Hi, people. I know the timing is bad. I had a late start to the day. I know a lot of you aren't even awake yet, and it's the middle of the day. But I've got a bit of time, and I've got to go out shortly in an hour, so I've got a bit of time to share. So I thought I'll share while I can with you, and I'll upload it for those that miss out. So I think I let everybody know on a video on TikTok what I saw about the golden light, the golden ray coming in. And people's hearts, this golden light coming out of people's hearts, and then the hearts all being connected via this golden light, formed like a grid. As one comes up, this golden light joins. So it's everyone joining through their heart, the heart chakra by love, basically. And then I made a video. Unfortunately, I did tell everybody, I made a video on Facebook yesterday because I saw a man's post who I know follows me. And I saw a post which was very sad. So, and this is when I say it's shadow, it's healing, it's hurt, it's all those, about I'm not worthy of love, all these things, playing in our mind. We all got those horrible things, self-worth, that girl's too good for me, she won't like me, all this kind of nonsense, right? So I made a video about it, addressing this, and I directed it to him, but I used him as an example only because we all do it, and what we're facing. And then Spirit showed me, gave me a heads up, actually, something 2 nights ago. Woke me up in the middle of the night, showed me something, and I was like, oh, okay. Somebody I knew showed me that they had a shadow that was bothering them. So they hadn't cleared it, which I know, like most people, I know they've had trauma and things, so, naturally, they're going to have, these, but they haven't cleared it, so they have their shadow. They're hanging on to this dark, dense energy of healing they haven't done. So, right, I saw that. And then a parable came to me this morning. Now, I went to bed late last night, so I got up quite late. That's why I'm on now only, and I'm going to shoot out. If my washing machine starts getting noisy, just give me a shout. I'll turn it off. Let me know, please. I've got to do laundry for my daughter. So, what I saw, a parable came to me, right, about the neighbor. Love, now this just came to me. I woke up and I was told, love thy neighbor as you love yourself. Now, most people know this command or commandment, whatever, but it's easier said than done, because we all think, oh, we can love that, but the bad guy we don't have to love. We don't have to love the nasty neighbor because she's not nice, she doesn't deserve it, all this nonsense. This is humanity for thousands of generations of darkness and warring and fighting and oh shit. So this now, and then it realized a few things have happened. Now, normally us old souls, this stuff comes to us first. We start experiencing first, or we start getting the visions. I don't know why, it just is, who knows. It comes through. So I saw these things happening, you get the visions and you get the whatever, this is coming in, the energy is coming in, we feel the energy, oh do we? So yes, I haven't been sleeping much. But then I noticed what is interesting is this, what's happening now, which is quite relevant. When I saw that vision of this golden light and everyone, this gold, light starts coming through their heart chakra when they all start connecting, right, through the heart. But I didn't quite put it together. Then this morning I got that parable to, love thy neighbor as you love yourself or thyself. So I thought, okay. And then I'm seeing this going on, this heart stuff, right? Then I had this thing with this man, and I was just guided to talk about it. I was just guided right to share this and use myself as an example, that, yeah, we all carry this nonsense and these stories that we're not, we're not pretty enough, we're not this, we're not that. Oh, he won't like me, and whatever. What came to me was, wow, it's his heart chakra. This that's happening now, that golden light, and these people. Now, what is the thing that's the hardest, probably chakra, and that we're going to get through? And humans, what if most people do is protect their heart? Because you don't want to be hurt, or if you have been hurt, you've got such walls and moats and protection you built. I don't like, I don't give a shit about anyone, but, you be the tough guy. You put this thing around you or whatever. So the heart is the one it's the one we need, as I say, heart. People need to love and unity and things like that. But majority of the planet, now, these are all little pictures that are coming, and it made sense to me this morning, Especially, you get shown in different ways. I saw a short clip as well of Dolores Cannon last night, quickly on TikTok. People share these little clips, little interviews. And where Dolores Cannon was saying that the problem with Earth, that we got stuck in a karmic cycle in this dark, dense energy. Humans were just stuck in this, repeating the same pattern over again. And makes sense, the majority of humanity, humans, because of the darkness we sunk into, and the ego and the fire, and I mean the amount of, look what we've done on the planet, the warring, we've done her, colonialism, this, that, First World War, the Crusades, the witch hunts, whatever. So we've lived through a huge amount of dark, dense energy, which will give us karma, whether you're a victim or whether you're a perpetrator, and the next life, then you'll be the perpetrator, he'll be the victim, whatever. And this is what Dolores said. The problem is with humanity, the humans were stuck in this cycle, dark cycle of karmic debt and things, and going over. So in order for them to try, and you can't intervene because we had free will. So in order for them to do something, that's also, let's say, our souls on the other side, was right, sending beings to Earth that had not come high, that had not been on Earth before. Just let me, just ask me again just now, sweetie, okay, just ask me again. Give me a minute. When I finished, then you're welcome to join me. So what I was shown, okay, sorry, I get distracted now, off my course. Anyway, so what Dolores was saying, in order to help humanity, to change, to get humans out of this such darkness they were in this karmic debt and cycle of repetitive war and killing and nasty, look at how bad things we've got on the planet, right? They beings volunteered, the first wave, to come to Earth that hadn't been here before, that didn't have any dark dense energy, karma, and stuff like that. Why? To raise the light and frequency of the planet, in order for us to get, to be able to raise humanity collective consciousness, because beings just couldn't seem to snap out of this karma, and it's extremely difficult, because remember, you've got whatever you'll be born into that karma, those families, whatever you're carrying with you, right? Karma, debt, when you started this life. You would come into a family where you could live out that. So you're going to come into a family where you're going to be a victim of child abuse and this and that and whatever, Oh, shit. So you can normally guarantee whatever you've suffered, it's in your bloody family. Oh, yeah. And you would have done it, whatever. So this is the cycle they were stuck in, and they couldn't break free. Now, what's sort of come to me now is what's happening now with this current energy, what's going on, so it's going to be quite messy out there, is it's clearing the heart chakra. It's opening the heart chakra. So this light and energy that's coming in now, we've seen them working on different things. That's the current one, cleansing and purging, seems to be targeting the heart chakra, this golden light, because it will open up the heart chakra. Now, people that are doing the healing work and on this path are aware. Yes, your life can be. You do your shadow work and your healing. You fight your shadows, your demons, your this and that. You raise up. Fine, you are healed. You heal that's fantastic. You have healed all your ancestors. So you're doing your lineage. You're clearing your ancestral lineage, your everything. You're doing such an immense plan. You're doing it's a gift to humanity. You're doing humanity an incredible service. Because then once you are healed, you're then able to pass it on and help others heal. Because it doesn't help if you are walking around and you've done your work and you're in this and you've done your healing and you're in the light, right? And you've got rid of all your shadows and everything else, and now you're manifesting and you're walking without karma. You've cleared your karma. You've broken free. So wow, your life is just clear. Your path is clear, and only wonderful things come to you. All great, but around you, you're going to have this world. Nobody wants to live in a world where there's pedophilia and violence and hate and, wife beating and who knows, whatever, all this kind of nonsense going on. And crime and, just horrendous shit that's been going on forever, right? Why? It's because those people are not able to see, they don't realize they're in such dark, dense energy to break free from that dark energy and that karmic debt, that cycle. Hurt people. This is just a pattern. It's a terrible repetitive pattern and cycle that we as humanity or as beings have been stuck in, right? So I've noticed the last couple of days. So I first of all thought, am I being tested here? I made that video. You can go watch. I made one this morning as well, explaining what I'm talking to now. Maybe it was just flow. So if you go to my Facebook page, you'll see I made a nice video this morning explaining what's going on. So I've noticed all of a sudden as well, you're doing what it seems to be doing is where you're hiding. There's most people, boy, if you push that sensitive button there, you're going to see anger and rage because they don't want to. And what is going on now with the government is triggering. So anybody that has been victimized, that hasn't done the healing, like real deep healing we're talking about, where you holding on? Yeah, where you holding on to hurt, abuse, fear, victim, anything that's happened to you, right? It's there. I mean, that's the thing that you stash it away and don't let anyone open that, because, you know, it's painful. You don't want that pain coming out. You run from it. So this is where, yeah, anyway. So what's going on outside now is triggering the trauma, the hidden stuff in people's heart chakra. That's the hardest thing to drag out of them to heal. Right? It's going to trigger it, and it's pushing it up. So we're going to see this now. So anyone, especially being it's been, well, you've been both, but now, say, in this life, you have been victimized. You are in that victim mentality. You're holding trauma and whatever else. You're going to be triggered by the government's behavior at the moment. See? So what I saw coming in is this is what it's doing. This energy seems to be, because I'm going through it as well, and it's interesting, I'm watching it as an observer, it's pushing out the heart chakra. It's cleaning the heart chakra. So stuff like to see. So I thought, am I being tested? This is interesting. Because I've had a few that have popped up now. Yeah, it's amazing to see. Wow. To see if I'm going to, and I thought, you know, stuff they would normally send me, like it goes right to that, wherever that deepest fear, trauma, whatever it was. It's like goes right, you know, like poof, and I'm like, and then you know, take me a while, then I realize, hang on a second, you know, that's gone. Why does that come up? So it's nice. I always say, so if something comes up, what I do is like, wow, thank you so much for my healing. Thank you, because I mean, wow, I'm so happy that you never know how much you got to, you know, where stuff comes from. So if something's there, I'm grateful, because they're bringing it to my attention. Ooh, shit, I didn't know about that. That's that's still there. You need to get rid of it. So it's constant work, but be thankful. So the minute you get triggered, say, thank you for showing me, oh, wow, okay, and there's something I need to clear. And I thank them for the healing, because I know, well, and I say, right, make sure in the morning when I do my meditation, you show me exactly, and let's clear it. And I clear it. So I know this is what I'm saying. This is interesting. And now this goes to the most deepest personal level of all people. At the moment, where is your deepest pains are hidden there. The things you don't want to tell anyone, the hurt you hold on to, the fear, the whatever. It's in that heart. The shit people have got around their heart chakras, when you, as healers, do healing and you see what they've got around them or in there, oh my gosh. To get in there is like, don't even dare. They've put such walls, even esoterically, unseen around there, you know. Their shadow also, you know, that's like... So anyway, interesting. I made an explanation on my Facebook you can listen to. So today, another one popped up. I was shown something 2 nights ago. Someone I'm talking to, I get on so well. I really absolutely like so much. Got so much time for them. You know, incredible, lovely person, because I can see the being through them. So some of us, you're able to see the real person, the real soul. So that's what they say, namaste. See the God in somebody else. This is what the whole thing was. You know, do unto thy neighbor as you do unto you, because it is you. They are a divine being, and all they are is stuck in that darkness, right? They're trapped under this dark, dense energy. This is what it is. They're not able to see it break through. They're a victim of their own, you know, whatever, this thing. So I was shown this person. I woke up in the middle of the night. Next minute, I was given a thing, and I saw this vision of this person in question with a shadow. So I saw this grey energy. So I thought, oh, okay, they've got some baggage. They've got some darkness there. They haven't let go of. They've got a shadow. And I thought, well, it's nothing new, because half the planet, I know they had been through stuff. So half the planet, you know, we know have got harm and, you know, hurt and all kinds of stuff. So I knew they did have, you know, they had some trauma they've experienced, absolutely. But they hadn't let go of that trauma, you see, that we had a choice. Because we keep going back, we keep, you know, we're living in it. We don't let go of it. It's like a chain. So that happened to me, this, that. Instead of, you know what, it's in the past, clear it. You don't need to be reminded of it. It won't clear until you've done the forgiveness, until you've done all these things, you see. Because as we know, what we hold inside us is going to be reflected out. So, this is so interesting. So be careful, because I say we're going to see this on the outside. So when you see, now you're going to see it, nastiness, yeah, anger, hurt, people just, here's an example. Some lady, you know, must have come across one of my videos on TikTok. Now we all experience this, right? And it did not resonate with her at all. And she's in that. She's got full of anger, rage. And she left a really nasty comment. Now, people do this even on your lives. I mean, you can see their shadows. Wow, their shadow shows up big time. And she commented, and left this nasty comment. And I saw this and I thought, wow, okay. And I had a look at her picture and I thought, oh, shame. And you can see that, eh? You can see that hurt, that bitterness she's holding on to, but in her, that she's holding on to. The best thing we can do is, there goes the washing machine. I warned you. Hang on. I'm sitting in the kitchen. So, hang on, people. Turn it off so you can hear me. Otherwise, it's going to sound like a Chinook in my kitchen. And it will also trigger some veterans, especially. I've got a veteran friend. You cannot do the washing at all. You can't even put the machine on when he's around because he will go in absolute PTSD. Wow, very bad because of this story. I've got no problem with him. So, okay. I lost my train of thought. Sorry, people. So we're going to see that like her, right? And we do it all the time. Just watch. We're going to see people lash out. And I'm showing you. You will see their darkest fears are coming up to be surfaced. Their shadows, their demons, their things are coming out now. It's because it's being pushed, remember, especially from the external, especially from the government. It's going to push up those in people. And it's going to be so hard. It's going to be very difficult. And you see it. So anyway, luckily, as it says, Spirit gave me a heads up. Or maybe it's a test. We don't know. I don't ask. I know it's always for a good reason. And I trust. I know my higher self or source. I mean, that's me. So, I trust that. I know there's divine guidance. I know everything's for my greatest good. So I was shown, okay, this person's got their shadow. The shadow's still there, but it's in their time. We can't heal someone. We can't take it away from them unless they ask you. They willingly want to let that go, or that shadow go, or that, whatever. We've all been through it. You've got to face your own demons, your own pain. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. All these things, yeah. It's not yours. Yeah. This is what it has a purpose. Okay. I'll get there. So this is I'll get a whole different thing. I was going to lose training. We just stay on one thing. So this is coming up, right, for everybody, and you're going to see it. People are going to lash out acting. I mean, they do anyway. I mean, I'm used to it. But you see that. So I was shown this, and now I've got I've been through some serious trauma in my life, right? So, and maybe it's a test to see if I'm going to do it again. Anyway, and those, as I say, you hide it. You've got your little bunker and it's so hidden away there and safe. And you make sure that you keep it hidden and safe. You make sure you stay safe. You're going to do nothing that's going to threaten whatever that fear is, or going to open that box, or that's our people. You don't want to, talk about a sensitive subject. I mean, they just like, don't you go there, or you trigger them, you see. Because it's just whatever, that absolute fear. So, it's been a good thing, a healing. So that person I was talking to has been pushing those buttons lately. It's like, wow. And I was talking to them, next minute it comes up, and immediately I felt, about 2 nights ago, they said something, I can't remember. Well, and I've never been put in that position, you see, since I've done the healing. And all of a sudden this absolute terror rose up in me, and I felt absolutely terrified. I mean, terror. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I felt this and then I realized, whoa, it was a quick thing. Then I realized, whoa, hang on a second. What's that? Where does that come from? That's gone. That's the past. So it's a residue. And I don't do that. And I thought, no, this is not mine. I'm not that. You know what I mean? It's just not. Then I realized it's a reflection. It's a test. I thought, okay, that's not you. Relax. It's gone. It's da. But it showed me, then I was like, okay, I haven't obviously let that go. It's there, you've done your healing, but you haven't released that. Sorry? Yeah, absolutely. But perhaps it will release that, right? So in the morning I did. I was like thankful so much. Wow, okay, you showed me something I didn't realize was still there. Right, let it go, poof, gone. And then, as I said, I think it was whenever, last night or the night before, that person... how was I going through a bit of I don't know, maybe had a day. And their shadow came out to play. So I'm talking to the blast out and their shadow pops out. And I was like, interesting. So now you're able to see their shadow. And then you realize, and I didn't take it me. I mean, normally, as I say, you would have sent you running for your bunker and hiding under your, it's like, oh my gosh. And then I thought, no. It's not me. All you're doing is holding space for that person unconditionally. So unconditional love, you can just be, you can observe, you can just hold that love and compassion for them and let that shadow, let them express, because that's all it is. Let that shadow out. All it is their shadow coming to play, being projected out there. Don't take it on as yours. Don't take it on as your energy. Don't take on their hurt, their pain, because that's what we do as humans. You see, scroll through TikTok and you see some video of someone sharing their trauma, and then all of a sudden, what do? People, that's what humans are doing. This is all we've done for centuries, and this is why we're so screwed up. Oh yeah, absolutely. And we take on we take on their suffering and feeling. No, we're not supposed to take on their energy. We hold that space of non-attachment, unconditional love, non-attachment, just the observer, just be. Let them just talk. Let that thing out. Hello. So this is what they did. Their shadow came out to play. And normally, exactly, mine was about to run in its bunker and go and hide. You see, that's the old me would have gone and in that bunker, lock that door. Oh, those things. And immediately, I saw the shadow pop and I went, and then I was like, okay, wow, all right, there we are. Luckily, Spirit had warned me and shown me that there's shadow. So, and I thought, okay, I can't take it away. I can't intervene. I'm not allowed to. They don't ask. But I am now aware. When they're ready to talk and they want to, I'm happy to help heal or clearing and let that shadow, I'll help them get rid of it, but I'm not allowed to, I can't now just, all right, I'm going to battle their shadow. They have to. And people don't realize what it controls their life. And all I could see, if you hold that space, is that diamond. You saw through the shadow. I could see God. You could see, because we all are. You could see. This is what the problem is. People don't realize. Everyone and every being out there is a part of God, a part of Source, is beautiful. Their light is just suffocated by the shadow and the darkness. This is all it is. So I could see this magnificent being. You could see the beauty. You could see the love. I could see that being without their shadow. I could see the I am. I could see God, this pure, beautiful soul. And all they were was surrounded by this heavy grey shadow that was suffocating. That they, they're keeping that, it's dampening their light. So this morning when I was shown, love thy neighbor as you love yourself, and I'm consciously walking the path of that unconditional love. It's in my mantra. It's in my affirmations, right? It's in the beginning it was I am love. The unconditional part, I didn't want to say that part. That was like, not really. That's a bit hard, to go there. I'm human, So I am love is all good, but I am unconditional love is a whole different ball game. That's how Jesus and the Masters walk the planet, unconditional love. And that's what some of the Buddhas do. It is very, very, it's so easy to talk, but to do it. That means no matter what is thrown at you, what you see around you, that politician that many people are spewing hate at, oh, he's a pedophile, he's a this, he's a that, oh, lock him up, they hit him, da 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 da. This is their shadow coming out to play, their darkness, their trauma, their fear is being sent out. What are they doing? Is putting more of that dark, dense energy onto that being that is already suffocated by it, and burying them even more darkness and more dark, dense energy. This is what half the planet is in, the karmic debt and cycle they can't get out of. So instead of us, what we can do is visualize seeing them free. That's the best thing I could do. So I visualized in the future, that being, I visualized that gray cloud, that dark, that energy lifting off, and that being free. I saw that being just as this glowing white soul, clear of that energy. But that being, when it's ready, will let go of that hurt and that, whatever they did to me, because we've all been through that, you know what I mean? And the sad thing is, you've got to understand, for that being, for someone to abuse you, to be angry, to have no kindness, compassion, hate, do you know how much darkness that being had to experience? That they have been a victim themselves to get there. And they are now the perpetrator. Absolutely. Just by me walking this path, I mean, my family, wow, what darkness was in that lineage. This body I'm in, we've got two different lineages. We've got the ancestry of the biological body, which I'm talking about now, and then we've got the ancestry of our other planets, other beings, and other things, and other humans, right? Other lineage we've been in. Oh, plenty other lineage. We haven't just stayed in one family. Very few. Okay, I'm talking about Earth now, because some beings, have chosen to come here the first time. I've been here many thousands of years, right? So this family now that I chose to carnate in now, to transcend and to clear this ancestry, karmic debt shit, which was so bad. Wow, it was dark. Had a lot of darkness in their closet. Wow. And trauma and victimhood. Oh, it was really messy. So, of course, you, coming into that, whatever happened to them, and it's on you. You pick it up from them. So, of course, I'm going to experience most of the shit they did, which is pretty much I did, was horrendous. But in order to break the cycle, but now I've broken that chain and set all my ancestors free. Myself, them, and that lineage is free. But once being in it, I can tell you people, it's so hard to break it. So people that have harmed you the most normally are people that have experienced terrible victimhood and trauma and abuse. Right. They are so dark, and they've chosen that because it's safe and they're scared and they don't let my blanket, don't even open that because it's too painful. They don't want to, this is a lot of it is. So don't project more out there, because we don't lift it off the planet by doing that. And as Dolores Cannon said, this is why beings have come in here now to do this, to help us, to raise the light and things. Yeah, whatever it is, yeah. And I mean, you got to remember what shit this planet's been through. And abuse and pedophilia and sexual abuse and child beating and wars and butchery and hunts and bloody whatever. I mean, just have a look at this planet's history is just horrendous. So how many beings, have managed to do that? It takes, and they're trapped. This is why they came to help us. We've been trapped in the cycle. And it's very difficult, yeah. Yeah, well, it's not any truth. Everyone's got a different truth. That's what I'm saying. Here's the thing. People say the truth. What truth? Everybody holds a different truth and sees the world differently through their perception. Now, this is a good example. There's a young girl on here, Starlight, Ash something light. I shared one or two of her videos. She does, she's basically focusing on the energy. So she does videos every day and and lives, focusing on the light, what's coming in, her guides, whatever. Many of them starseeds, right? Talking about what she's seeing coming in and whatever. And she saw, I don't know what she saw. She saw something yesterday. Must have been, whatever. And she's like, wow, okay, you see what's coming into the planet, da, da, da. So she said to everyone, go and remote view the planet and tell me what you see. Now, I knew this was not going to be a one question, depending on who's done the work and where they are. Well, that's what she got. If you just go to the comments, so she obviously assumed that they're going to probably see what she saw. No, they won't, but it depends where you are on your perception, your healing, how, your frequency vibration, how far you've gone, how far you're up, and how much of the spiritual awakening you're on. Truth is not the awakening. That's just the truth. You're waking up to what around you while you think. You're waking up to the illusion, in the illusion, whatever. So I looked at the comments and I laughed because I know that. Oh, I saw this and I saw that, and some people will see darkness and some people will, because this is what is held within you. Everything is a projection of you. Same with that person last night, was projecting that, you know what I mean? That's all it is. And you're just witnessing you're able to witness it. But we cannot heal it. We keep taking on their stuff. Because if we don't heal ours, we will, oh my gosh, we're going to get hurt, we're going to get frightened, we're going to get upset, we're going to be that because we haven't let go of it. That's a lot of work. And you're going to see this constant, wow, it's going to get messy out there. Because we cannot have a world of light and love here. If we don't let go, we're just going to see this constantly going on out there. It's going to take a while. Yeah, it's a while. It's very hard to people to do their work. And the most dark, here's an example. You can go watch my Facebook. I gave an example, right? there was a man that held me hostage. Wow, I'm trying to remember. Anyway, this was quite a while ago, right? Who had, wow, I mean, I saw the darkness in him. Wow, I saw it. It was dark. But I could see where it came from. So you could understand this being had a huge amount of darkness, pain in them. Wow, very much. So I offered to pay for them to go for therapy. I started talking to them because I was, like just getting their darkness out. I was like, okay, wow, oh, wow, So that's a lot of shit in there. So I thought, okay, well, I'll offer to pay for this person to go for therapy. But as you can't. This therapist wasn't your normal therapist. She'd done a master's degree in psychology and all that nonsense. But she also was spiritually aware. Wow, it was amazing. So she was early for her days, pretty much. So she started doing this person, and the person refused to come back because she was about to open that door, and that person did not want that door open because the pain was so intense. They buried it so much that Charles Trapp did not want it to come out. What did you say? Put it in words. Rather the devil than the thing you don't, right? So that person was rather happy with the darkness. They knew it, didn't want that, that darkness out, didn't just. So what I unfortunately did was exactly, the light can irritate the darkness. Too much light, what you're seeing coming on the planet, this is what it is. It's purging. This is all it's a purge going on a big scale. You're seeing people's shadows coming out. Whatever shadows you've got are going to come out there. So everyone's going to see the world very differently. And what they're going to see as well, even what people say, the light workers, they all think it's not always the same because it depends where you are. And you can just see. So anyway, I've lost my train of thought. Sorry. If I try and read comments, I'm not good at this. And if I focus on the comments, then I lose my train of thought as well. So that's why normally I'm terrible. And I don't get to thank people. Thank you for your gifts or whatever. Because if I'm reading comments and I kind of go, anyway. Then now you're focusing on that. I've lost my train of thought. So this person, there we are. I was trying to tell you, had problems. Anyway, me doing that darkness decided to target me because now I try to let it out. I try to open that door. I try to shine light in it or whatever it was. So that darkness, that rage, it started to focus on me. And I became the target of that darkness, that demon, which that person was, wow. Most people, if you're clairvoyant or tapped in or, whatever, the ones that are awake have all these gifts anyway. It comes with a turf. Will be able to see that being's got some darkness. Oh, wow, man, it's nasty. You would run away. If you saw that person, you would you'd be like, you keep a pretty safe distance, right? It's dangerous. The person's very dangerous. So that person exactly. So that anger, that rage, that darkness, which is now manifested as some nasty thing, right? Whatever, even in them possibly, which most people see in attachments, whatever. It's there. Decided target me. I was a threat to the darkness. And there we are. We played chess. And I escaped. And then I got held hostage again. And then I escaped. And so the chess game went, you see. Yeah. Luckily, divine guidance so I'm still alive. But that's really, and because you're able to see, I was able to, wow, but you're not able to go there. Some people will not let go of their darkness because they see it as an extra protection. Because now they fear nothing because they are more dangerous than the thing that hurt them. Do you understand? This is why a lot of people, you're saying, that are doing evil and dark out there. That thing, that darkness that they've held on to that made them, that fear, that whatever, that terror, has become so dark and so powerful and so big, or they manifested demonic, they manifest into some nasty things, right? It can be, that thing now, they have fear nothing. Why? Because they know they are more dangerous. This is what it is. Okay. And I've seen it enough. And I removed something from someone. Let's say an attachment, okay? Beings and attachments in their head. I was showing this dark thing. And that was the same thing. That person knew that was there. And they felt safe. Why? Can you give me 5 minutes? They felt safe with that. Because why? You can't harm me. What's inside me is far more dangerous than you. That person, and that's the same person, had an extreme amount of rage and anger. So when you see a huge amount of rage and anger in someone, understand that child was a very terrified child in there. Somewhere that child went through some terrible trauma. This is where it comes from. It stems from there. So please, people, we have to now be very careful not to take on the ones that are doing their spiritual work and raising up, because especially now you can see it, everyone is going to take on this nasty, dark, dense energy outside. Why? Because your hurt, your fears, your trauma, or people go, oh, I'm an empath. No, that's not healed. If you are taking on other people's energy, oh my gosh, oh yeah, how can you, their pain, their hurt, their things, and it makes you feel frightened, hurt, sad for them, you're just taking their energy. That's not mastery. You have taken on that energy which belongs to them, and you're just burying yourself in more shadow and more darkness. There we are. Try and send out light to them. Do not project your anger, your hate, your fear on your minister, because understand, people doing bad things have a lot of darkness in them. And if you've been on the other end of that, you've experienced that darkness, are very dangerous too. If you want to mess with that thing. So don't go there, you know what I mean? So don't send more. We can project and see them healed, because all they'll do is carnate back with terrible karma next life. You know what I mean? And this is a trap they're stuck in. And they will now come in with horrible karma from doing terrible things in this life, come into a family they're going to be abused child again, sexual abuse, this happens to them, that happens to them. And then next life they're going to come back and be a serial killer or this. I mean, this is what's happened to humanity. This is what the clearing is about. We need to clear the heart chakra. This golden ray of Christ consciousness, this golden light, and that's opening up the heart chakras and clearing. Let it come through you. Cry, anger, get a punching bag, do what you need to do, heal it. Once you've healed it, help heal others. Okay, help others, give to others, show others. Okay. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, I am a tank.
Sorry?
I'm a tank.
You're a tank?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Pew pew.
Okay. Well, can I carry on talking? Do you want to share something?
Yeah, I got this image. Hold on.
Well, we're not. Anything you want to share? Anything you want to talk about? Any reason why you joined?
Just want to show you this picture.
Okay. All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye. All right, people. So pass it on, please. We need to do healing. Never. We need to help those people. Okay. No, don't love people. People have their own things. You know, we were all children once. We also get to grow up too, and we all think. And I tell you what, the most hurt people hurt people. They have, especially when there's a lot of rage. When you see a huge amount of rage, violence, and anger in someone, understand that terror that child is trapped in, and whatever they did in their past lives. And this is what's gone on this planet. All right, plenty. We need to let go of it now. We need to clear it. Oh, it'll take us centuries and generations to fix. It's going to get better and better. Less murders, less violence, less hate, less. But just go watch it, people. Watch people's comments. You know, the hate, the anger, the rage they spew out at other people. Don't take it on. People don't confuse an empath with non-healing. Because if you feel triggered or you feel, oh my gosh, you know, no. We are able to observe and send love, compassion, see their story. It's a projection. Not take on their hurt and sorry for them and pain for them. That's not empathic. That's unfunctional. That's not good. You're just burdening yourself down back. That's a pattern we need to break as human. The human game that we're playing, we need to clear that pattern. We need to hold light. Okay, so even if you get frightened for a minute, do your affirmations, because that came to me. As soon as that thing came up, the affirmation was, no, honor, you're magnificent, da, 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 da. whatever. Anyway, I'm going to head out shortly, people. So I thought I'd share that with you. Yeah, observe. Just non-attachment. Okay, just watch. Don't have to talk. You don't have to try and heal them and give them lectures. They don't want to heal. They don't need your lectures. Like, it's not going to help sometimes anyway. Like last night, I was just the ear. And I was just there and I was listening. And this person was spewing, and some of those things were, those little arrows were coming at you and you're like, up, up, up. But I didn't put the wall around because I realized it's not me. Okay, it's not me. And it's just their shadow, and I'm very happy to remove the shadow when they want, if they want help, when they ask, and if they really want to, we'll do a healing and we'll get rid of it, But some people won't. Some understand, some people won't. So sometimes it's not your thing to cross. Okay, don't take on energy. So when you see a video, have it in your mind, okay? And if it terrorizes you or makes you feel, or you're upset, stressed anyway, then you realize you've taken on energy you shouldn't have, or you haven't healed. So if you watch a video, oh my gosh, they did this thing, and you start thinking, oh, they're going to do this, they're going to kill me, they're going to, whatever. Then you realize, oops, hang on. Go and dig there and get rid of that shit and let go of it, people, okay? No. Once, yes, non-willingly, somebody spiked, I was a teenager. My sister had this boyfriend, wow. And they kept trying. He was into acid or whatever, those shit, who knows, I don't know. And I was like, no ways. I wasn't. I knew I was maybe, past lives, who knows, experience, that don't do something that's going to alter something. I won't do anything or drink too much where I'm not in control. So, I've never have been like that. So I won't go and get ass-faced, drunk, and all this sort of shit. I will always, to an extent where I know I'm in control of my behavior, my mind, my this and that. So I don't do something that I'm just going to be like, no. I knew that wasn't a wise thing. So, but someone spiked me, yes. Somebody spiked me. No, you need to face your things. You don't need to. That's escapism in a way. Spiked my, what it was, I don't know, it was a drink. I don't know how they spiked me, but oh my God, I went on this trip. It was like a psychedelic, yeah. I mean, it has the same effect like ayahuasca. Oh, wow. And now if you haven't done healing, it will drive you. You get such terrible visions and such. It's you're going to go through like some demonic. You're going to think experience, and they've been stuck in this. It terrorized them so badly that they've ended up with psychiatric problems and meds, and ended up in institutions. You must remember, it's not for everybody. So yeah, I had a horrendous trip of note. I was paralyzed. I was like, my body's like being stuck in this experience, and it couldn't move. I couldn't even lift a limb. I was like frozen in this. I was terrorized, and it was like I was watching this nightmare of a dream, whatever. This hallucination shit went on. Horrendous. I have never been so terrified in my life, and I was about 16, 17. I was so angry. So when I came around out of that, I wanted to, let's just say, beat the living shite out of that man. Never saw him again. He never came near the house because I was in such a rage. I was so angry that someone, would do that. So that's what I was as a teenager. But yeah, no, always been a bit wise when it came to alcohol and drugs and stuff like that, because you understand, yeah, it's addictive, extremely addictive. And then something's controlling you, you're not in control. And you make bad decisions, you do stupid things and whatever. Not good. You don't need to. All right, I'm thirsty, tired. I need to get this washing finished, and I'm going to pop into my daughter. They're sending you lots of love. See this outside and understand, do not get drawn into their storm. All right, people will panic and it's going to trigger, because this is what I'm seeing and going on. It's heart chakra, emptying and clearing. So we can have that unity, love, whatever. And we can't if people haven't got that, remember, because they can't. Where are you going to get unconditional love? Because, oh, no. You just try and do it. Try and do it to some guy that, say, tell in your car, or road rage, or, he's beating his wife or something. Now what's what I'm saying? Wow. See, how many of us, I don't know, to be embodied in the human psyche, to be able to see both the love and compassion for both without, I don't, wow, ooh. Yeah. Yeah. It's not easy, people, huh? So this is why there's so much anger for the abusers out there. But what they're forgetting is you've been one of the abusers. You've been all of those things. Okay? We need to help those people. Please project light. See them healed. I know it's not easy. That's why I say. This is why I didn't include it in my mantra for a while. I was like, I am love. I am this, whatever you want. Embody, right? Peace, of course. Peace and calm. Yeah, absolutely. Harmony, balance. But I remember that unconditional love was like, oh, no, that one didn't want to come out. That word didn't want to come out. But if you want to walk the path of mastery, well, then you're going to have to start doing, that comes with the turf, right? So now unconditional love is part of the, yeah. and you get tested. Wow. Like I did last night as well. I was like, oh, okay, no, just watch their shadow. See their shadow. That keep that wall, that's theirs and this is yours. It's not your shadow. And how they see themselves, how you see them is not important. It's how they see themselves that's important. Yeah. You see, that's what the sad thing is. You can love someone to death, but if they don't love themselves, well, it's not going to work and they're not able to give back. With what you don't have in you, you can't give back. This is it, okay? Yeah. Okay, I better go. My daughter wants me to help her. I'm supposed to head over, and it's still, everything's white. It's snowing again right now, actually. The snow just started again. It's still white outside. Everything is still covered in snow and blanketed in white. It's rather cold, but I need a walk, so I'm going to walk. I'm probably be very wet by the time I get there, but it doesn't matter. All right, lovely. Have a beautiful day. Please hold that in your mind, hold that in your heart, hold it in your thoughts, okay? Love thy neighbor as you love thyself. Always, okay? Don't judge. Don't take it on because you don't know their story. All right? Just see underneath the darkness, see that being. Could you imagine how small that diamond, that light is? Some of their darkness is so dark that light is almost extinguished. They cannot see it. Like that person that terrorized me and held me hostage, kept, whatever, catching me. That was so dark. That light was like, it's barely visible, like a speck, because they were under so much darkness. And there's so much anger and rage in that being, because it's hurt. So they want to hurt anything that hurt them. And they just lash out. All right. Beautiful people. Have a beautiful day. Spread the love. Bye.